Everyone, relax, relax. Welcome to Make Your Day Richer. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? If you are not doing anything else and you're near Waxhaw, North Carolina, come to the downtown park to Kaleidoscope Fest. There's so much stuff happening this weekend on Saturday here in Waxhaw, and I think you should be there. So come get your face painted, scavenger hunt, eat some food, hear some live performances, see me, and have a great Saturday before Mother's Day. So come hang out, would you? Okay, good. It's the 227th episode of this show, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches this show, who shares this show, who supports this show. I appreciate it so much. And if you'd like to make sure that we can continue to bring shows to you every Monday through Friday, consider buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher. It's a great way to support the show and to make sure that we can continue to bring you amazing guests like Brandon Barnum, who we have on today. What else do I have to tell you? There's a new episode of Gorilla HR, the podcast, hosted by my friend Becky. If you are an employee or an employer, you should be listening to Gorilla HR, Human Resources, the podcast. It's great podcast. Comes out every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts. It's actually audio only, but there is a video on YouTube if that's where you want to get it. Take a look at the clip from this week.
But of course, if something traumatic happens, we start to talk about protection and preparing for the unexpected. That's that conversation of what goes where, but then also life insurance, right? How do I care for my spouse if I've got one working person in the home and maybe we've got a spouse that stays home with kids? Do we have insurance protection for that against something were to happen? Because if you were to pass, does your spouse now have to go back to work? Are they going to be able to keep the home? Are they going to have to move in with family? So running through a financial analysis of your needs, your wants, your wishes, and coming up with an accurate solution that's going to accurately really fund what the goals are. So that gives you a little bit of control from the grave. I know I'm talking more about a spouse passing than divorces, but in divorce there it can be messy and there can be opportunities or really not opportunities but challenges that happen with splitting of funds, divorce decrees, and how does that apply to your finances. So we want to get into that and have if that situation arises, knowing that you've got a resource. That's why it's crucial to have an advisor by your side.
You can go to gorilla-hr.com for more info on Becky, her services, and the podcast. And if you need help with your podcast, send me an email at makeyourdayricher@gmail.com. We can get you all set up and looking good and sounding good. Okay? It's also Throwback Thursday. And I don't know why I like to humiliate myself, but I just want to set up the picture you're about to see. So I have wanted, like I talk about all the time on this show, I've wanted to be a host since I was a child. And I was lucky enough on the little public school that I went to, K through 12, like one building, not like Little House on the Prairie one building, but like one building. It was a big building, but it was still, we were all connected. And, every year we would have a holiday Christmas program. And I, for many years, hosted it. And I would be the one to go out there in front of the entire town, and introduce all of the different grades and the songs and the performances and do little skits and stuff. And, I would dress up. Sometimes I'd wear costumes. Sometimes I would just wear nice clothes. And this is one that my brother found the other week while rummaging through pictures at my mom's house of something that I chose to wear in public as a 11-year-old. Take a look. Yeah, that's me as Mrs. Claus. I mean, I rocked it, and I was not going to lie, I was very excited to wear a dress. I wanted to, this is what I would, if I was a woman, I would be in a dress all the time. I don't even know what it's called. A sundress, like one of those things where you don't have to figure out what top and what bottom you're going to use. Just one thing, easy. I like easy. This, I wear this every day. You see this all the time. Easy. Anyway, that was me as Mrs. Claus because Santa, of course, showed up. So I couldn't be Santa. I could have been an elf, but I wanted to be Mrs. Claus. And this is what I love about my parents is they just let me do it. They let me be me, and I appreciate that. very, very much. All right, that's our show. That's not our show. That's just the opening. The show hasn't even started yet. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with an amazing guest, the CEO of HOA.com, Brandon Barnum. We'll be right back.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we have a guest who is connecting communities and helping businesses thrive through the power of referrals. Brandon Barnum is the CEO of HOA.com, a platform dedicated to bringing neighbors together. He's also the best-selling author of the Raving Referrals series, sharing his proven strategies for growing your business through trust and service. Please welcome Brandon Barnum.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm excited to talk to you and meet you. You are the CEO of HOA.com.
That's right.
The number one referral network for home service professionals. Tell everybody really what that is.
Yeah, so HOA.com, obviously, we serve homeowner associations and we connect homeowners with professionals they can trust. With those professionals, we help them do more business with each other so they're able to serve more families and make a bigger impact.
Wow. And is it also an app? Is it a website?
Yeah, website, web app,
Okay,
absolutely. It's there on your phone or your computer to help you connect and really find top trusted pros.
And how did you get involved?
Yeah, so good story. I started out in the mortgage business back in the late 1990s. And ever since then, I've been building technology platforms that help connect homeowners to professionals. The last platform that I had, we had over 5 million members. And after I exited that company, we said, how do we solve this issue of really connecting homeowners in a unique way and connecting them to vetted professionals?
How long have you been the CEO?
Since 2019, we had an original CEO and I was the chairman. And then once I acquired the HOA.com domain is when I stepped into the role.
What do you love about it?
I love being able to help people. We're really creating, as you see behind me, unity through community. We believe that people feel disconnected these days. And so we want to bring neighbors back together. One of the things that we do within HOAs and non-HOA communities is help throw fun impact events, whether that's a community barbecue, a great egg hunt around Easter egg time. But every different month, we have different impact campaigns to bring neighbors together and help create a close-knit community.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was going to mention your sign back there and what that really means to you, because I think, like you said, there's so much isolation. And I was in a fight with my neighbor over a garbage can.
Silly.
Like ridiculous stuff like that.
Silly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what's interesting is when we know our neighbors, we typically don't get in those kind of arguments, right? Because then we have more empathy. And that's what the events do, is they help people unite. And I came up with the concept unity through community, because that's really our mission, is to create that unity. And if you look at the word community, it has the word unity built into it. Community really means come together as one. And so that's the mission that we're on, is to help people know their neighbors and do life with the people that they live next door to.
Did you see or feel that, like, during COVID it got better or worse since everybody was home?
Yeah, good question. What we found is that during COVID, people felt more disconnected than ever before, really, because they were isolated and they were told it's not safe to go talk to other people, right? People stopped going into the office. They started isolating within their four walls of their homes. And that was part of what led us to be on this mission and saying, you know what? People want to belong again. They want to feel like they're part of something. And why not start with the neighborhood that you live in?
Yeah. Are you seeing that it's starting to shift now?
It is. And what we're seeing is that there's a hunger out there. And so the people that get that are stepping up as leaders. And that's what we want, is leadership within the community. We call them community champions. Somebody that says, you know what? I want to help be the change I want to see in the world. And it starts right here in our own neighborhood.
Wow. Can you talk a little bit about how people like engage with the app or the website, like how people can be involved kind of on both sides?
Yeah, you bet. So most people go to HOA.com, they type in their address, and they get what we call their home safe report. It's everything about their home in one location, has all kinds of information about their property and their mortgage history and their sales history of their property. But then it also has a list of vetted professionals that we've done background checks on and are basically 5-star pros right there in their neighborhood. And it also has a list of different events that are happening around your neighborhood. So
Mm.
that's what most people do. And then we partner with HOA boards, homeowner associations, and community management companies that lead HOAs. We have a software for them to manage their communities so they can improve the way they communicate and increase the financial transparency, because that's one thing a lot of people feel like they pay a lot of dues for HOAs, but they don't know where their money's going. So we
Uh-huh.
improve that communication and transparency.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes HOAs can get such a bad rap, and people like I feel like people either love them or they hate them. What's your take on that?
Well, it's interesting. When I introduce myself as CEO of HOA.com, I don't get a lot of people that say, wow, I love my HOA. It's
Yeah.
usually the opposite. And quite frankly, that's our mission, is we want people to love their HOA. That's the culture that we talk about. That's our mission within these community management companies that we partner with. And what we find is it's usually three things that people complain about. Number one, we talked about the financial transparency. Number two is just the communication. What's going on in our neighborhood and with my money? And then three is sort of the political infighting of the board members. People feel
Yeah.
like, wow, I don't love our board president. So we do surveys so that we give feedback to the leadership within those communities. And oftentimes when people see where the gaps are, and then we provide them with a best practice or suggestion for improvement, they're happy to improve because they want a better community.
Yeah. What is something that people don't know or usually don't know and should about an HOA?
Yeah, good question. I mean, many people don't really understand all the rules and the criteria that they're agreeing to. The reality is, if you buy a home in an HOA, you're agreeing to live under those rules. It's kind of a local government body, if you will, just made up of an agreement by those neighbors. So it's important that you understand what the rules are and that you live by them, right? And so
Yeah.
people often find out that they're breaking the rules because they get a notice and they get a ticket, they get a fine, and that doesn't feel good. So our hypothesis is, rather than ticketing somebody, what if we gave them a gentle notification and said, hey, instead of sending them a ticket for $50 because they didn't bring their garbage can in, to your point, what if we gave them a friendly reminder letting them know that it's time to bring in their garbage can, and we'd recommend and prefer they do it so that we don't have to find them?
It's so easy, right?
It's so
It
easy,
doesn't, yeah, yeah,
but it's a different philosophy. And
yeah.
that's what we're talking about, is creating a new culture within these communities.
Mm. What about on the other side as the service professional? Um, how do you sign up to be a service professional on the
Yeah,
site?
people go to HOA.com, they click on the top right, they'll see a Become a Pro button. From there, they can apply. We do background checks. We check them out on social media. We look at their ratings and reviews to make sure that they're the quality professional that we're willing to come in, because we're putting our reputation on the line when we endorse somebody as one of our certified pros.
What do you find? Is there like a certain service that's usually the most popular, either that people are looking for or that people do?
Yeah, so we work with a lot of realtors because realtors serve communities and HOAs, and often they sit on HOA boards. So that's definitely one of the popular ones. We work with we have two different sides of the equation. There's kind of the white collar and the blue collar. The white collar is, we start with a firm foundation, and firm is an acronym for financial advisor, insurance agent, realtor, and mortgage lender. And those are kind of the primary white collar, if you will, business professionals that serve homeowners. And then you've got the blue collar, the painter, the plumber, the electrician. We get a lot of people that are looking for those specifically, depending on the area of the country. It might be HVAC, right? Either heating or cooling. They need it hotter in the north and cooler in the south. And then, of course, depending on the market, there's things from snow to sleet to rain. So it really depends because we're a nationwide company.
Well, that was going to be my question, so you answered that. Can we talk about your book for a minute, Raving Referrals for Mortgage Pros?
Yeah, so we have 3 different books. One is just Raving Referrals, and that applies to anybody that works by referral. And then we have a specialty book for mortgage lenders, another one for dentists. We've got one coming out next month for real estate agents. And it's really to help them understand how to best serve their clients, and then also to work with other professionals that serve that same type of clients. Most business owners and professionals get their business by referral, but typically they don't really know how. And so there's kind of this lost art, and we teach them a step-by-step process. We help them analyze their referral best practices and make sure that they're serving and not just pitch slapping, not just trying to sell, but they really come from that energy and place of serving over selling.
When I first started my podcast editing business, everyone said, you have to go to networking events. You have to go out and meet people, which is interesting now in the world where everybody was doing Zoom networking things. But when you're trying to do it and you spend your entire time out at networking events, you don't have time for your job.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about maybe like 1 or 2 things that people can learn quickly from the books?
Yeah, you bet. There's a couple things. Number one, we teach the referral partner blueprint. So the reason you're going out to networking events is to find referral partners. And what you want to do is think about, number one, the people that you're already referring clients to. What if you sat down with them and said, I've got a lot of people that could use your services. Let's build our businesses together. So we teach something called the referral partner blueprint. You can go to hoa.com/blueprint and download a free report, and it walks you all the way through it, who you should be partnering with, what to say, and then how to work together so that a client for one becomes a client for everyone. So that's one thing that I'd say is really start thinking about, number one, who am I referring business to? Number two, who's referring clients to me that I'd like to do more business with? And then number 3 is, again, if we're talking about professionals who serve homeowners, who are other people that I've known for years? I know them, I like them, I trust them. I've just never sat down with them and said, let's create a true partnership where we're building our businesses together and a client for one becomes a client for everyone.
Well, I never thought about that. So there you go. I love when people come on and I learn things. What do you love most about your life right now?
I love so many things. I am blessed beyond belief, brother. I have an amazing family. I was just hanging out with my 21-year-old daughter who's home she just graduated college. And so she's home for gap year before med school. So my life's pretty awesome. I get to hang out. I focus on helping other people create more income, influence, and impact in their business and in their lives. So it's all about freedom ultimately, and having the freedom to do what you want, when you want, with the people that you love.
That sounds amazing. Sounds like not a bad life.
It's a good life, and we all have that opportunity. And I think the biggest thing is a lot of people live life by default rather than life by design. What is it specifically that you want out of life? And the more specific you get, the more you're going to get that out of life. I've got all my goals for through the year 2050 written down here, right? So I have dozens. I have 200 and let's see, what's the number as of New Year's. I just did this to end the last year and start off the new year. And so the number at the moment is 209 goals, things I want to accomplish, places I want to go, people I want to meet and do business with. And the more crystal clear you get about the life you want, the faster you're going to achieve it.
What is the best way that people can connect with you and follow you?
You can go to brandonbarnum.com. That's the easiest way. There you're going to see a referral score quiz you can use for free, the referral partner blueprint. You can also book me if you want to bring me on a conversation like this on your own podcast. You can do that at brandonbarnum.com.
Perfect. I mean, HOA.com, like the perfect way to make people stay richer. That's what I thought. That's why I invited you on the show. I think it's amazing.
Well, and I really want to acknowledge you and thank you for doing what you're doing. My dad was named Richard, and I always thought if that was my name, I would love introducing myself saying, "Hi, I am Rich."
I'm Rich. Yeah. Do you want, when I was like, I don't know, when I got my first email address, I named it A Rich. At the time, my last name was Karlinski. So it was A Rich Karlinski. And I was, I don't know, 12 or whatever. And people were like, A is not your middle name. And I was like, I know, but I want to be the first. I want to be A Rich Karlinski. And like, that was mine.
I
Still
love that.
waiting,
Look
but
at
we'll
that.
get there. Yeah. Yeah.
Law of attraction, power of intention right there from the age
Yeah.
of, did you say 12?
Around there. Yeah. Whenever
Yeah.
I got my email. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. But Brandon, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Rich.
I appreciate it so much. We'll take a break and we'll be right back after this. Don't go away. Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well-being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. That's our show, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thanks for watching. Now's a good time to just share the show. Just press that share button right now. Man, that was a great show. I'm going to check out HOA.com. Richard's amazing. I'm going to start a podcast because of him. You should watch this episode. And we'll see you tomorrow. Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm off to hang out with my dad, who just flew in from Wisconsin. See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye-bye.